And when we get to that breaking news tonight, a massive earthquake struck off the coast of Far East Russia as it was an 8.8 quake that rattled off of the Kamchatka Peninsula. Happened just before 8 p.m. Eastern time. But because of that quake, there are tsunami alerts out for the Russian coast, the Aleutian Islands of Alaska, Japan, and Hawaii, which is what you're looking at right here. Live look off the coast of Japan and in Honolulu, where the warnings are in effect. Hawaii, several thousand miles from Russia. So it would be a few hours until any tsunami would hit, but citizens in the coastal areas are evacuating right now. I'm in the Pinpoint Weather Center with meteorologist Brandon Lawson to talk a little bit more about this. 8.8, that's a powerful earthquake with these aftershocks of 7 or greater as well, affecting millions and millions of people possibly tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is a massive earthquake, the biggest in modern history. We're talking about the 6th largest earthquake ever in the world, and then this is the worst we've seen since the 2011 earthquake in Japan that caused the major tsunamis then, and even California saw impacts with that. Some of the boats along the coast had those major impacts there. So this is something millions will be watching through the night, and this will be really something you have to watch through the night because it takes a while for those tsunamis to get to some of these areas.
When they get there, they're expecting something along the lines of 117 our time tonight to possibly hit, with waves possibly of 1 to 3 meters.
And some of the latest updates, 3 to possibly 12 above tide level. So that is something we'll be definitely watching here through the night tonight. I want to show you some of the headlines when it comes down to this. I mean, we're talking about the 6th largest earthquake in the world and the largest earthquake we've seen since the 2011 Japan one. Still taking those live looks. I was actually seeing some video from Hawaii on social media. A lot of traffic backups as many folks are there trying to get to higher ground to escape a potential destructive tsunami that could be approaching again around 117 our time Eastern in Hawaii. So we already talked about some of the main facts, but I do want to tell you as well, this was a very shallow earthquake, which actually leads to a higher tsunami risk. The energy released closer to the surface can actually cause that energy to really cause issues along the ocean floor. So basically what happened tonight, you had a tectonic plate that went under another one, and that energy just thrust up to the ocean floor, and that energy travels upwards and it spans in both directions. And what that causes is those big tsunami waves to form. Now, the tsunami waves themselves are actually pretty small, but these tsunami waves travel for hundreds of miles and can travel over 500 miles per hour. And then when they get to the ocean, I should say the ocean land there, when they start to get to land, what ends up happening is the water becomes a little bit more shallow, right? There's a little less depth, and that causes those waves to really build up and crash into the ocean there, at least making landfall there and causing those issues. So it's all about the earthquake magnitude, earthquake depth, and the earthquake type, and we saw all of that tonight. So 8.8 magnitude earthquake. You can see the tsunami waves that are going to be propagating through the Pacific tonight. Tsunami warning for Hawaii, 7:17 Hawaiian time, about 1:17 in the morning. Tsunami advisory for the U.S. West Coast. Possible arrival time for the U.S. West Coast, we're talking about 11:30 Pacific time. So anytime later than 2:30 p.m. Eastern or 2:30 a.m. Eastern. This is something we'll be tracking through the night. Our forecast, got a few storms tonight, but tomorrow we're tracking more storms and also going to be tracking a big cool down for the weekend. We'll discuss that coming up in just a bit, Brian.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.